So out of all the reviews I've done for the Masters of the Universe Origins toy line, this figure might be one of the most faithful recreations of the original figures. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Flashback Toys and Collectibles, and today I'll be opening up Fisto from the Masters of the Universe Origins toy line. Let's take a look at the packaging before we open this up. Fisto, heroic hand-to-hand fighter. Let's take a look at the back. On the top, it's showing a battle between Fisto and Jitsu. And then it shows some of the other figures you can pick up, such as Merman and Evil Lyn. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. And I like to just keep the card back, so I'm going to remove the bubble with a razor blade. Now I can pull this bubble off. Grab the mini comic. And then put this with the rest of my card back collection. So here's what comes inside the package: a mini comic, a sword, and Fisto. Here's a quick look at the mini comic. Sucker Punch. Inside here we got a battle between Fisto, He-Man, Faker, Evil Lyn, Merman, and Skeletor. So we got all kinds of characters happening inside this comic. Here is the sword. And this sword is a little bit curved, but it is pliable, so I can bend it back and kind of mold it back to the correct shape here. So that can only go in the left hand. That pops right in there, no problem. And here is Fisto. So this guy has a really nice cartoonish look to him. I really like the vibrant colors on the armor, the fist, and even his hair color looks nice. So he's got some pretty cool detail on the face area there. The armor is silver and purple. And there's a look at the back of him there. I like these extra features on the armor, all these little dots. Those look cool. And then there's also a texture on the purple portions of the armor here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a texture on there that looks nice. His belt is purple with brown shorts, and then he has purple boots. There's a look at the fist. There's all kinds of little extra details in that fist, all these little dots. You got layers of metal there. Okay, now let's compare this guy to the original Fisto that was released in the 1980s. And I believe this guy was released in 1984. So let's start off by comparing the heads. So you can see they have similar eyes, beard, and hair. But the hair color on this guy is a little bit more reddish colored, where on this guy it's more of a brown color. Now let's take a look at the chest armor. So a lot of the details and features look to be the same. On this original armor, this is more of a hard plastic, and on this guy it's more of a pliable rubber. But visually, they look the same. Now let's take a look at the fist. So you can see those look the same, but I would say the silver on the new figure looks a little bit better. And let's check out the other arm here. So you can see the armor is painted silver on the new figure, but on this guy it's just the skin tone color. Now let's take a look at the belt. That looks pretty much the same. Same thing with the shorts. And they both have purple boots. And as far as the skin tone color goes, I would say the old figure is just a little bit darker. Now one huge feature that the original figure has that the new one does not is the super punch feature on this arm. So I can pull this back and let go for a super punch, or I can pull it up and let it go for another punch. And on this new figure, none of that's happening. So I can pull it back and it just stays. I can pull it up, nothing. So There's no spring-loaded feature in the arm for a super punch, so that's kind of a bummer. Now, as far as the articulation goes with this new figure, there's quite a bit when compared to the original figure. On the original figure, the neck can pivot back and forth. You can pivot at the shoulder, around. The waist can pivot. And there's also a spring feature in the waist. So if you turn him sideways, then let go, there's that spring action feature there. The legs can pivot around, and there's a band that connects the two legs together. For the new figure, the head can swivel around and up and down. You can pivot at the shoulder and around, also at the elbow. The wrist can pivot around and in and out. The waist can pivot. The top of the legs can move up and down and around. The knee can pivot. The boot can pivot, and the ankle. So there's way more articulation in this new figure, but it does not have the spring action features in the waist or the arm. So here's my final thoughts with this Fisto figure. I think they've done a great job in recreating the original Fisto. I mean, he looks just like the original figure, and it's going to look awesome on display next to the rest of my Masters of the Universe collection. Okay, it's now time for me to go. If you liked this video, if you could hit that like button, and please subscribe. And have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.